So tell me about your first jobs. Like when you and Mom got married, you worked. Was it Rath's at that time?
Yeah. I worked at John Deere's for a little bit, but that was earlier. If I wanted to take off, I took off. And I think they fired me. I can't know for sure.
I think I remember. Didn't you work at Rath's?
Oh yeah.
When I was really young.
I had 15 and a half years in a Rath's.
Oh.
I get a pension on that now.
Oh yeah, a little bit.
It's $54 or something.
I remember your black lunch box.
Oh, I remember that.
And sometimes you get something from the vending machines and bring it home. But I remember getting those like cheese crackers, the spreadable cheese on the crackers.
Yeah.
And it was always like, ooh, it was a treat. Do you remember that?
Fun, didn't we?
So you worked for 15 years at Rath's, and then how did you get your business? How did you get Dean's Heating? Was that next?
Well, I worked part-time while I was at Rath's. I worked for Meyer Sheet Metal. That's where I made the pontoon boat.
Oh, yeah?
The thing was long.
Yeah.
Big thing.
I remember you making that. I remember when you made it and getting out on the lake.
Yeah, I made those pontoons and everything. I rolled the metal.
Mm-hmm.
And so...
You worked for the guy that you bought your Lennox business from, right?
Yeah, and he went to the doctor right shortly after I started working for him. And the doctor told him he had to get out of the business. And so he came back and made me a price, and I went to the bank and got the money, and I was in business.
Wow.
It's that quick.
Did you tell Mom about that, or was that another thing that you showed up at home with? Look what I did today.
Well, I do know that you showed up at home with a Winnebago.
He made me an offer of $300 over cost.
Oh, wow.
On that first motorhome. And so that's why I bought it.
I remember asking Mom if she knew about it, and she said, well, we talked about it, but she didn't know you were going to go buy it.
I was excited to not have to camp in a